But the scares continue. The but the fear proceeds to rise. This is the Venom month of horrors 2, trapped in time.
Oh my god, are you Cinematic Venom?
What is this place?
This is my house. What's up?
Okay, Adeline, this is going to sound crazy, but I do actually know you. You just don't remember me.
Oh, I just watch your videos.
Yep, I know. Yep, you're a big horror fan?
Big horror fan too.
Yeah, I thought so, okay. I suppose you want to watch a movie?
Why don't you sit down and we can just watch a film together?
Cool, okay.
So, Curse of Chucky. Pretty awesome, huh?
No, it sucked.
Well, what about its sequel, Cult?
It sucked.
Oh, cool. We're on the same page. Wanna watch it?
You know, I don't want to be rude or anything, it's just I'm from the future and I've kind of been sent back and now you're a lot younger and I don't want to catch a case, so...
Oh, that's cool. I've signed a waiver here to clear your name.
Sure.
Well, how much dumber could this series possibly get? With a semi-serious horror trilogy that ventured off to comedy and then attempted to go back to the serious side of things, but basically rehashed the previous films anyway, trying to sound intelligent and unique, but without a shred of originality. And then we got Cult.
Bet you're missing Curse right about now, aren't ya?
I'm gonna kill myself.
It's dangerous.
Much like the last one, this one was also well received. Audiences finding it to be enjoyable, fresh, scary, and really unique.
So much so, it was instantly turned into a TV series instead, and the movie franchise was instantly rebooted.
The film tells the story of good old Andy returning from the first 3 films, but unlike part 3, original actor Alex Vincent is back to reprise his role.
After the events of the previous film, it's 4 years later and Andy still has the head of Chucky, which he tortures because apparently he was Sid from Toy Story growing up.
Meanwhile, Nika, again played by Fiona Dorff, is in a mental institution after Chucky framed her for all of the murders. She does, however, pretend to be over her illness to be relocated to be allowed visitors.
Oh, so basically they just ripped off Terminator 2.
During her time in the new facility, Nika meets a bunch of new friends, one of which has multiple personalities. But what a shock, they start receiving Chucky dolls and the killings begin again, toying with her mental state.
Leading to Andy returning to try to save the day, but uh-oh, Tiffany, Jennifer Tilly, whoever the heck it's supposed to be, returns, and then Chucky possesses the body of Nika.
That's stupid. But hey, Andy's back and it's played by the same guy, so he must have a really vital part of the story, right?
Not really.
I mean, he's on a date with this woman, but she's actually Googled him to learn about his dark past of death and murder. Is it normal to Google your date before meeting them?
No. No, it is not.
And they never caught him?
Put it this way. Justice was done.
Wait! Play with this.
I am acting.
So Andy is this kid who was involved in some horrific mass murders that completely ruined his childhood. So many people were massacred over the course of 3 movies. His entire life was ruined. He then grew up clearly traumatized with a complete shell of a life, mortified. He manages to find the killer, murders him in a vengeful rage, and this woman can't deal and decides to leave him as well, damaging his self-esteem and mental state even further.
This one started off on a happy note.
That doesn't mean that I'm a fanatic.
Oh hey, it's snowing, so it's a Christmas movie.
No, it's not! It's October! Go away! Which naturally causes him to drown his sorrows. But Jesus, look at the size of his house! According to the director, he just collected all the insurance from the murders. But dude, sign me up! Kill everyone I know, I don't care. This is a pretty sweet setup.
As for the fact that he keeps Chucky's disembodied head gagged in his safe. See, now if the girls saw that, then I'd understand her running a mile.
Yep.
I actually love this idea. I mean, Andy knows that Chucky can't die. He's not as stupid as everyone else in this universe. So it makes sense for him to just keep his head and torture him. Why not?
Of course, get a cheap jump scare, because why not?
Ah, yes. Try to keep count of the amount of jump scares in this movie because, trust me, this isn't the last one.
What about Rachel?
Didn't she want to play? Now we'll never know if she's a natural redhead.
Alright, that was funny.
But the opening credits music is actually awesome, so it's not off to a terrible start. But why the heck would Nika even blame herself in the murders? I mean, sure, she's probably lying just to be relocated, but Chucky is all over the news. Surely by now, 7 movies in, someone should believe the damn stories. Despite that, Fiona Dorff does give amazing performance. Why doesn't the mental facility have cameras, by the way? This film should be over so quickly. Let's check the footage. Oh look, Chucky's alive, Nika's innocent, and it's that easy.
My husband has MS.
I'm sorry.
I don't let it keep him from living his life.
But it's such a weird line. Why would you?
I don't let it keep him from living his life.
Well done.
Also, Nika says hi to this security guard who literally ignores her for no reason. It's never explained. Douchebag.
I also want to point out that this film is obsessed with the color white. It's so blinding to look at. 95% of the film has white all over it.
Angela, we can all see you.
Fuck you!
This is a psych ward. Why would you approach anyone like that?
Oh, and I am not joking. She gives Malcolm here.
His name changes throughout because he has split personalities, so we'll just go with Malcolm.
Well, thank you anyway.
But she literally just gives him some gum, and then it cuts to them having sex. What the hell? That's all it took. He saves her from a crazy lady, makes a sick joke about her traumatic life-altering event, takes some gum, and that's it. My ex put up more resistance.
You think this is funny?
But the weird thing is, Nika gets interrupted by the inmates.
Who cares? We're all sick. I want to know why she killed them.
Why? Why does it matter? Can any explanation she give you actually make you any less scared of the woman? Hey, why did you kill them?
They shot my best friend.
Oh, okay.
But then crazy hoo-ha here claims that Chucky told her Nika's niece Alice isn't okay. Alright, I won't even lie. I completely forgot about Alice in these films. But admittedly, that is quite creepy. But Nika didn't seem to pay much attention to the last movie and completely shrugs it off.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
Whoa. Is that
an emotion?
As for the other characters, one is called Madeline, who takes Chucky and believes it's her baby, while another one just insults Nika for the entire film, refusing to believe that a mass murderer supernaturally possessed the body of a good guy doll and killed people in cold blood for 6 straight films without anybody finding out.
Crazy bitch.
Excuse me?
She doesn't even discard the possibility in a logical sense. She just insults anything Nika does. Look, she's eating Doritos. This is definitely the work of a serial killer.
You're just begging for her to die.
I agree. She is quite rude.
Who's your favourite character on Peppa Pig?
Are you kidding me?
Then Tiffany shows up, again played by Jennifer Tilly. I've asked it once and I'll ask it again. Where the hell is a goddamn child? He hasn't been seen since Seed of Chucky and they haven't retconned that film. Her son's whereabouts just has never been acknowledged. Answer me!
Did anyone ever tell you look exactly like Jennifer Tilly?
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Remember how the last film was trying to take this series back to its roots of being completely serious and scary? Well, now Jennifer Tilly is back in this universe as Jennifer Tilly, as well as being Tiffany.
This is just so stupid, and Tiffany doesn't even affect the entire film whatsoever. She's just so forgettable that it's like she's in this film for a pointless cameo.
So, just to recap,
Jennifer Tilly plays a woman called Tiffany who dies and gets her spirit supernaturally transferred into a doll to marry another possessed doll called Chucky.
But then she meets the real actress, Jennifer Tilly, who looks exactly like her for some reason. And she's a huge fan of hers. What are the odds?
She then uses Chucky's jizz to impregnate herself and create an offspring called Shitface, and then somehow manages to possess herself back into that body.
So now it's Tiffany inside Jennifer Tilly's body, who's no longer Jennifer Tilly. But then she appeared at the end of Curse and is now back here, still not acknowledging her lost child.
Did you get all that?
Don't be ridiculous.
Oh, and get this. Tiffany simply reveals that Alice died between films. Yeah, that's it. All the build-up from the last movie and she died off-screen. Even the kid killed herself to avoid being in this.
That's right.
Tiffany also drops off another Chucky doll, but we have nothing to worry about considering Andy has the real doll, right? Right? Nope, he comes to life.
And they've still not explained how he's actually alive from the last film. Are we just done doing that now?
Fiona Dorff's acting here is actually amazing. And at least this doll looks a lot better than in Cursed. I may like that film, but Chucky looked terrible in it.
Everything looked terrible in it.
Shut up!
I am a vintage, mass-marketed children's toy from the 80s. Standing right in front of you, holding a very sharp scalpel.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
I'm a schizophrenic.
I hate to admit it, but this scene is really funny.
Meh, it's a little funny. Could have been better.
You know what? You're next. I'm gonna be right back.
Why not now?
There's a scene where Chucky finds Nika, but she's attempted suicide, and instead of allowing it, he actually saves her, stitches her back up, and even leaves a threatening message in her own blood for the morning.
Okay, that is terrifying and genuinely really evil. That is probably one of my favourite moments in the entire franchise.
I mean, he doesn't want her to die this easily, he wants her to suffer. He keeps her alive to mentally torture her and then kill her when the time is right.
But in the last film, all he wanted to do was just kill her. Now he's gone through this entire facility and has the perfect opportunity and still doesn't finish her off?
Well, maybe she pissed him off with the comments about Andy, so now he wants to torture her some more.
You're reaching.
Shouldn't you be watching Dora?
Andy actually takes Chucky's head to a doctor at one point, inflicting pain on him to prove that he's alive, but it doesn't work. This is never explained. Normally Chucky feels pain, but for plot convenience, not anymore. Until later.
If she was thinking about killing herself, I'd have known it.
A more false statement has never been said. So many people have successfully committed suicide and none of their close friends or family were aware that they were even struggling. Fucking dumbass.
Wait a minute, there's two of them?
What an ugly doll.
They look exactly the same. You calling your own doll ugly? Oh, and somehow Nika knows that Tiffany was in a relationship with Chucky. I mean, I guess it could have been on the news about their partnership, but she seems to even know about the doll shacking up too.
I will admit, there is a lot of suspense here. The inmates argue over whether or not the other Chucky is alive, so they use a lighter to burn his hand, and you're waiting anxiously to see what happens. But again, Chucky doesn't react. And again, this is never explained. Why is he not reacting to pain?
I hacked into Dr. Foley's computer. It was ridiculously easy. A lot easier than being CEO of a $200 billion corporation.
You're Mark Zuckerberg now.
Yeah.
This isn't funny.
One of the Chuckies finally come to life to attack the Asian woman who called Nika a liar the entire time. Good! Now she finally dies, right?
You fuckers! You blood fucking morons! Listen to me! He'll kill us all!
Oh great, let's just rip off Terminator 2 while we're at it!
I think this is a bad idea.
But she gets taken away, but then the doll with Madeline comes to life as well.
So for those keeping score, we have 3 very much alive Chuckies.
You know, this was actually a plot idea for Child's Play 3, having numerous Chuckies, but it was taken down due to budget constraints.
Or the fact that it was just stupid.
Well, let's just stay positive.
There's a moment where Madeline throws Chucky into a grave, then pushes Malcolm in, they get some assistance, and she helps them back out. Why did she do it in the first place?
And then Malcolm gives Nika an evil look. Why? Is he in on that? None of this is ever explained.
And don't you tell me, well, she's crazy, so she's going to do things that make no sense. It's such a cop-out. And don't be going around saying, well, he has split personalities, so it makes sense for him to shift between the two. Because it's treated like this big, epic reveal, and yet throughout the entire movie, not once does he act like this way around her at all. None of this scene makes any goddamn sense.
Rob, are you okay?
I will be when the series ends.
I also like to point out that none of these jump scares in this movie are scary. They're just annoying. It's basically just a moment of silence and then some loud noise happens. It's the movie equivalent of someone coming up behind you and saying boo!
Boo!
I do like the split screen style of the sequence though. It works really well to build suspense and it's cut together perfectly. There is a nice idea where they think the Asian woman is nuts for saying Chucky is alive, so they sedate her. She can see and hear everything but can't move, which is perfect because that's just when Chucky comes to life. But then moments later she clearly moves her head.
What?
Chucky uses some compressed air to shatter the ceiling, but it's handled like this is such an emotional moment, as if she's this long-term character we actually liked and cared about. I mean, just look at the music and the editing.
She was a cow and we barely knew her! And these effects are terrible!
What the fuck?
You thought I was the only one?
Yes, because I thought this was going to make some kind of sense.
But here's my issue. Are you seriously telling me that Chucky can't figure out how to take human form again after 7 movies, but he can figure out how to possess 1,000,000 other dolls to form this mass Chucky army?
No wonder they rebooted this crap. Why didn't you do any of this shit before?
I've missed these little sessions of ours. Haven't you?
Is anyone in this movie not a creepy douchebag?
And they call me sick?
That's what we're saying.
Then we get some awful cheesy epileptic fit, and yeah, I am not taking this seriously.
And we enter weird Tim Burton trippy land, but how is Nika seeing this version of Chucky? This was from part 3.
What is wrong with you, Mark?
That's not my name.
Fine, what the hell is your name today?
It's Charles. I think we've met.
Okay, that actually is pretty creepy.
Hello?
Hello, Andy.
Who is this?
Tiffany. Jennifer. Even I lose track.
You think you're so funny, don't you, writers?
I know who you are. I'm coming for you. And for him.
Oh, he treats this light like he's Bruce Willis. You're not cool, Andy.
But it's cool because Madeline even breastfeeds Chucky. This is the serious Chucky movie, remember?
I agree.
Oh, and when Nika tries to get to her, Madeline smothers Chucky to death.
That'll stop him. Everyone knows that Chucky's weakness is pillows.
Bit anticlimactic when he's survived explosions, cars, guns, knives.
But we find out that Madeline killed her baby in the past and has been using Chucky to deal with her loss.
We don't know. Back to the kills.
Then Nika pleads that Chucky is alive, but nobody believes her. This is the entire movie, and we're 7 films in. How many times do we need to see this scene?
I need to see Dr. Foley. Or Nika Pierce right away.
You can call and make an appointment.
No, this is an emergency.
I bet, but now please just get back in your car and turn it around, all right?
Okay, then I want to commit myself.
Get the hell out of here, right now!
He punches a security guard and gets locked in a padded cell.
I don't think that's how that works.
What's going on?
But then another Chucky shows up, but he has an altered haircut. Could it be?
Shitface, is that you? If that is Shitface, he could probably turn this whole movie around.
Night night.
But apparently all nurses in this place just act like serial killers. Who acts this way?
But we then revisit the same crap we've had 6 times before this. The nurse buys into Chucky's crap. She's the only one who talks to him. She's only the second one so far who's done it without realizing he's evil, but still it's the exact same.
Then he fists her mouth and pulls her spine out to kill her.
Madeline's dead.
Chucky did it.
No. She killed herself. She dug him up and mutilated herself so it looked like Chucky did it.
Say that sentence again, slowly. Great, I missed him.
I just can't with this guy. I don't know whether to kill him or just take notes.
Okay, the comedy here is brilliant. All of Chucky's insults are perfect.
Yeah, I hate to admit it. A lot of the comedy doesn't work, but the stuff with Chucky is great. Unlike the previous installments where it's just over-the-top goofiness.
You sound like Hannibal Lecter. Can't believe they canceled that show.
Wait till you hear they canceled your franchise.
A few years ago, I came across this groovy new spell on voodoofordummies.com that changed everything. Now, I can be me, and me, and me. And theoretically, anyone or anything with 2 legs and a hand for stabbing.
Psst. Oh, come on, Chucky. Tell us the real... Oh. That is the real reason. This is ridiculous.
Their reason for an evil Chucky army is Possession for Dummies. And this is the serious, scary Chucky film.
But damn, look at this death! This is horrific!
Right. Now I'm gonna go kill Andy. No, I want to kill Andy. I earned it. I've been through a lot today. You got to suck titty today. Look what happened to me. Hello? Look at my hair. Oh shit, you win. Absolutely. Sorry, pal, you go fuck them up real good.
So we made comedy movies and everyone hated them, right? So we're going to go back. No, we're not going to do the stupid over-the-top comedy anymore. It's going to be serious and scary and dramatic. Oh yeah, we're going to go back to that, yeah?
I actually think it's hilarious. Sorry. It's a shame, though, that Tiffany's murders are so boring. All she's doing is slitting throats. That's all she knows how to do. But have another jump scare.
Just fucking do it already. Get it over with.
If I wanted you dead, you'd be tits up by now. I was never gonna kill you, Nika.
You spent the entire last film saying and trying to kill her. Why the sudden change of heart? Stop backpedaling!
But they somehow use magic to heal her legs and help her walk again.
Okay, that was awesome.
But now Chucky is inside Nika's body.
But hey, let's now recap again!
Oh boy.
Charles was a serial killer who got chased by the cops, and in order to escape them, he used voodoo magic to possess a good guy doll called Chucky.
He then tries to kill Andy, despite having a long-time rivalry with Nika's family, and was meant to kill him first, but I guess he got sidetracked.
Trying desperately to become human again before saying screw it and staying as a doll, and now Chucky is in Nika's body because I guess he changed his mind again while Tiffany is in Jennifer Tilly.
This series sucks!
Fuck you.
She does give us the best kill of the movie though, but I can't help but feel that Chucky possessing her was just a massively wasted opportunity. She walks around like she's Peter from Dawn of the Dead with his fur coat, but she really does nail the evil performance as well. She's just amazing.
Then Malcolm finally gets offed because we all cared about him. My god, these effects are terrible!
I disagree, this kill is awesome!
Then receding hairline Chucky, who makes my forehead look small, confronts Andy and it's treated like such a badass moment, but it looks pathetic.
No! Stop fisting people!
This is the end, fucker!
That line is awful!
Despite ripping off Terminator, I do actually like the line. It is quite badass. The problem is you know he's not going to die, so the badass moment means nothing.
Also, how is there a gun inside the doll? It's explained that he sent this doll to the psychiatric unit, but could he have possibly known that this particular doll would come after him so he could get the gun to escape? It makes no sense!
You kill me, you kill her. Think about it.
Dude, what an asshole!
Also, I want to say Alex Vincent is awful in this film. He delivers his lines in such a monotone voice. In the first two films, I cared about Andy, but here, I kind of hope he dies.
It's also revealed that Alice is now possessed inside the Tiffany doll. Don't try to keep up or understand this whole storyline now, it's not worth it. There's even an after-credits scene where Kyle from Child's Play 2 confronts the original Chucky, but who cares?
And that's Cult of Chucky, it's bad.
Oh yeah.
Alright, Fiona Dourif continues to impress, though she's not given nearly as much to work with here like the last one. She pulls off the psychotic Chucky-possessed nut job at the end really well, and most of the acting is fine. The kills are okay, I guess, despite the effects, but the story continues to lack any sense and just goes further off the rails. It tries to be unique and clever, but rehashes every single cliche and plot point from the previous 6 films. It tries to be serious, but then goes back to the stupid, goofy, unfunny comedy of Seed, which everybody hated. I don't get it. It tries to be something it's not, and that's my biggest issue with these last 2 movies. They could have solved a lot of problems by simply erasing Seed from its history, but they didn't. They kept it in and continued adding to the heap, making even less sense. And they still haven't acknowledged where the hell Shitface has gone. Inquiring minds want to know, people. In fact, wait a minute. Why the hell was Andy even in this movie to begin with? He appeared at the end of Curse and everyone lost their minds. It was such a huge deal for the true Andy to come back as he was such an icon of the series, but he's completely wasted. He genuinely delivers nothing to the movie. His scenes are fine and I actually don't mind his acting, but he does nothing to further the plot. If you cut all of his scenes out, the film isn't affected whatsoever. If they focused on him and his trauma, since this predates Halloween 2018, so they would have actually beaten them to the punch, it could have been awesome. It's just another missed opportunity at the end of a dying franchise.
Look, I'll say this. Seed of Chucky is far worse. It had potential, but it sucked. But this film would be the worst one if C didn't exist. I agree, the acting is perfectly fine, with a few bad deliveries here and there, but the story makes no sense and isn't structured well at all. The humor is very hit and miss, but sometimes great. The doll looks significantly better than the last film, which is a plus. But it's very boring, very cliched, has very unlikable characters except for Nika. Andy was wasted and uninteresting. If he had been developed on more, it would have been a great arc of the story. Overall, it's just an absolute mess. I know Mancini came back on top with Curse, in my opinion anyway, but any chance of him improving even more with this series has now been thrown out the window.
It's just so bad. It's just so This is so bad. How many more can they make?